Hello, guys. Today we are in Australia in search of fully funded master's and PhD opportunities. We are at Deakin University in Australia. And before we proceed, I would like to show you the award letter of a subscriber from this YouTube channel. So he got into the university this year, and this is his offer letter. I'm trying as much as possible not to expose his private details, but just to show you how generous this offer is. You can see that it covers tuition here of over 40,000 Australian dollars per annum. But apart from that, you can see scholarship value, you can see things about insurance, you know, see things about tuition, health, essential costs for research, coursework, and other things. Look at the stipend, close to 30,000 Australian dollars. And if you scroll down, you see more info about other costs that the scholarship might cover and what it doesn't cover. So it's a very generous scholarship. At least you're sure of tuition, you're sure of health insurance. I think it even mentioned somewhere about travel cost somewhere in the document as well. Cover your travel cost, if not entirely, but at least partially. So this is good. This is a very generous offer. And this is the offer we'll be looking at today. You can see the term here, DUPR, and this is it here, DUPR with an S here to indicate scholarship. So it's the research training program scholarship at this university. This particular scholarship is present in almost all universities in Australia. So just go to Google and type RPS Scholarship Australia, and you see the different list of universities offering this scholarship. So in case if Deakin University doesn't do it for you, you can check probably Melbourne, you can check Queensland, check Tasmania and other universities that might just work for you. So this scholarship is present almost in all Australian universities. So you can see here it says application is open, but then we'll look at the key dates together shortly. So what does it cover? Now you can see here that it covers a stipend of 30,000 Australian dollars. And it's tax exempt, so you're not paying taxes on that. And you have this relocation allowance from 500 to 1,500, depending on where you're coming from. And if you're an international student, you also qualify for health insurance. And it's for, you can see the duration here, PhD, 3-4 years, master's by research, 2 years usually. So let's look at the key dates quickly before we proceed. So you might know how to plan yourself and know when it is opening. The key dates of this scholarship. So when I went down here, I saw that different departments might have slightly different dates, but there's like a general university dates. So different faculties might have different dates that they're looking at here. So here you see September and you think, oh, it's gone, it's past. But remember, it always begins 1st of February and is likely to begin on the 1st of February next year as well, especially for this particular department. So you can check for other departments. Some would say all year round, will give you a particular deadline. So check closely, and if you don't meet it this year, try to target it for next year as well. You can see the deadlines for next year, most of them are, or the opening rather, the opening window for next year. You can see February, you can see March, May, June. So just check for your own course and see how to strategize and plan towards applying for it. So let's go. Let's read further instructions. So to qualify, they're just the basic information about having an undergraduate degree, having a good enough result, a 2-1 usually, a first class if you can. And because these particular scholarships are research-based, so a PhD already is research-based, but the master scholarship here is also research-based masters. It means you'll be assessed by the research you're coming to do. You might take a number of classes here and there, but it's heavily research focused. So if you're coming, you'd likely have to bring in a research topic or work with a professor on a project. So how do you apply? There's a link here just taking you straight step by step on how to apply the procedures. But before we go there, I would like to show you quickly the English language requirements because a number of people might ask me about this as well. So for the English language requirements, you're required to take these exams, the normal TOEFL, IELTS, and the rest of them. But there are exemptions for those who studied in the English language. You can see experience living and working in an English speaking country. So the list here of English speaking countries is quite short, I must say. Nigeria is not even part of this list in the first place. But then the second paragraph, or the third paragraph rather, under this heading says English speaking experience is assessed on a case by case basis. So you're required to you may be required to provide documents such as transcript, residency, citizenship documentation, etc. So even though your country is not on this list, you can still make a case for yourself, demonstrating that you studied in the English language by taking advantage of this case by case basis. And with that, you might not need to submit any of those English language tests that we looked at initially. So let's move on. How do you apply for this scholarship? The first line here is that the application process at Deakin differs depending on which faculty or institute you wish to apply. There are different faculties, institutes, so you have to be careful. What applies for one faculty might not apply for another. So it's good to dig up what your faculty is asking for. So for these particular faculties, they need what they call expression of interest form. It's a form where you tell them about your academic background, tell them also about the research you intend to undertake. So here you can see arts and education, business law, science, engineering, built environment. If your course is not here, you can always go to study, look for the different areas covered by this university, the different courses and faculties, and check for your own course or for your own faculty and see their own peculiar applications requirements, if that makes sense. So here we just have the procedure for arts education, business law, then you have faculty of science, engineering, and built environment. So let's take a look at this one, for instance, arts and education. This is their expression of interest form. And this is what it looks like here. Basic information about yourself, the degree you intend to apply for. Is it a master's, is it a PhD, and things like that? Your name, and I think they also ask for the name of a supervisor that you intend to work with. So we'll be looking at supervisor's profile. You can see there's a link to the supervisor's profile here. You can always go there and check for the different supervisors, see what they're working on, see which ones, their research and their publications align with your own interest as well. So, and you put their names here. There are two columns here, so probably two names. I think I scrolled down a little and I saw things about like a proposal, a research proposal as well. A number of people get scared when they hear this research proposal thing. It's actually not a big deal. Here they said 750 to 1,000 words. And there's even a link here on how to present a research proposal. Yet saying excluding references. There is also a video, by the way, on my channel on how to write a research proposal. So when you get to the homepage of my channel, just scroll down a little. And there is this tab beyond letter of motivation, statement of purpose, research proposal. So here I described my own research proposal and how I came up with it. And this got me like 5 different offers. So if it works for me, it can probably work for you as well. So this is the form for the arts and education faculty. So try to check for your own faculty and see what you need to submit first. I think when they read your expression of interest form, then they see whether you qualify for the scholarship in the first place or even for admission. And then if they think it's good enough, they invite you to actually put forward a formal application. You can see it here. The faculty or institute will then advise if you should submit a formal application via the applicant's portal. So you can see this. Now there's a tab here on supervisors and things like that. So just follow the procedure here and you will be fine eventually. There are other info here you might be interested in. Things like looking for a supervisor. could click on this, look for a supervisor link and check if you find somebody in the department whose interests align with yours. So there are different tabs here. Check which one aligns with yours, find the researcher, and see. You might just stumble on the professor. Look at the different departments as well. You might just stumble on the professor whose research interest aligns with yours. So there you go. So I hope this was useful. So it is not magic. You have to put in the work. And this young man here put in the work and got into the university with very generous funding. We want to celebrate you as well by this time next year, where you'll be with a very big funding, either for your master's or for a PhD at Deakin University or any other university around the world, in Australia, in the UK, in the US, wherever you wish to study. And of course, there are different scholarships flying around already on the YouTube channel. So apart from this video, try to watch others. There is one in the US, there's this one in the Netherlands, there's the Commonwealth, there is this in the UK, Sweden. Several scholarships coming your way. So if you've not subscribed, do so because I know you'd enjoy the materials on this channel as well. And that's it, guys. I cannot wait to celebrate you. Get to work, start putting your documents together, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.